Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Rob's Arsenal recap, and in this video I'm going to be talking about this new guy that we've been linked with. His name is Hugo Ekitike. Now I could be mispronouncing his name, but this guy looks to be a brilliant player. Now for me, it says that he's a striker. It says that he plays centre forward and that's his main position. But for me, if the Arsenal gets him, I don't want this guy to be playing forward. Look at his skills. Look at it. For me, it reminds me someone of a Neymar. He's a skillful type player, and he's a good goal scorer. He's a good finisher. So I would be having him down the wing. Potentially, if we get the striker like Isak and then Isak is injured, then we perhaps could get him. But for me, he looks like a winger. Look at the skills. Look at the play that he interchange. He looks a bit like Neymar in terms of his skills, but in terms of his play, his actual gameplay, it looks a bit like Gakpo. And Gakpo, you know that he's a brilliant striker of the ball. He's a good goal scorer and on the wing as well. And he's tall, so it's something that he could be. Look at that turn, man. Look at that. He's so frisky. He's got speed. He's got pace. He's got balance. He's got very good balance, and he's coming from PSG. We see that it didn't work at PSG, but brilliant. Look at that finish. Nice outside the foot curl finish. So as I said, he's a very good finisher. We know that it didn't work at PSG. However, it went to Eintracht Frankfurt, and he's been doing good. He's one of their main players right now. And he went there on loan initially, and then they signed him because he was so good for them. So he's not just a good goal scorer, he's a good assist as well. He does good assists. So in everything, look at this. I'm saying, I saw a clip, this guy does rainbow flick, 2 players, 3 players. Look at that, another one going through players like they're not even there, cutting like butter. And we need a player like this. The reason being, we've got too much of the players that does the 1-2 passing. We need someone that's got the impetus to go and attack teams. Now this is the reason why I love Saka. This is the reason why I love Ethan Oneri. Not to be disrespectful with Martinelli, but Martinelli is a runner. Now, no disrespect to Martinelli, but we need a striker that's clinical. We need a striker that can stand people up, can take them on one-on-one, and that's not Martinelli. So Martinelli is very good, but I don't think he's the player for us. Or if he is, he's not the player to be starting for a team that's challenging for the title, or for the team that's challenging for Champions League. But this guy, Hugo, he looks like a top player. He looks like a player that we need at this time on that left hand side. Trossard has the potential to take people on, and he has the potential of a good goal scoring winger, but the pace eludes him sometimes. So that's Trossard's only I would say default. That's his only flaw, I would say, in Leandro Trossard for him being that number 1 winger on the left hand side for us. It needs a bit more pace. He's got everything else apart from the pace, but this guy looks like he has the pace. He's got the ability to go through 2-3 players, and he's got a brilliant strike on him. So I wouldn't mind getting a guy like this, but just to make it clear, not to play centre forward, not to play striker. It looks like he will be a very good winger. Now he's been linked with not just Arsenal. He's been linked with a few clubs in the Premier League. He's been linked with, brilliant cross there, a good finish. He's been linked with Newcastle. Now he's been linked with Newcastle because they're saying that Isak might potentially go, and if Isak goes, I know like 90% of the with a 90% chance he's coming to the Arsenal. So if Isak goes, I don't mind, and Newcastle get him, I don't mind, because then that means we'll be getting Isak. So Newcastle is trying to get. Look at that strike. Look at that finish from outside the box. That's a brilliant strike there. Brilliant finish there. So you can see he's a very good finisher. So Newcastle trying to get him, Liverpool's trying to get him, because reports coming out that Liverpool's trying to rebuff their front line. They're trying to rearrange it for the next season, and that might be true, because I believe that Salah could be potentially be going if he doesn't get a new contract, and which I can't see him getting. So Salah might be going, and they might be looking in the market for another good winger, a potential brilliant winger. So that could be a thing where Liverpool's in for him as well. And it says that his transfer fee is about 41 million euro. That's what's on the market. Look at that chop, brilliant chop. That's a poor shot on his left, but that's a brilliant chop to get out of that situation. That's what I'm saying. I don't see Martinelli doing things like these, man. And he can play both wings. That's another good thing. He can play both wings. Look at this. God. And God. Over his head. He's got such good control. Such good balance, man. Such good quick feet. Look at this. Another one. He's just toying with the opponents. So he's got like a little honorary action. That's why I compare him to Gakpo in the current space right now, in the current footballing world right now. It looks similar to Gakpo. That long legs, long strides, fast, quick, always cutting in, looking for a shot. It reminds me of Gakpo. Someone to compare him with that I actually know how he plays. Thierry Henry a bit, because you know that Thierry Henry started on the wing, and then he got converted as a striker. So perhaps this is why this guy could be a potentially good striker. But as of now, I would get him for the Arsenal as a winger. If he develops as a striker, then so be it. But I want Isak. That's a good finish there. But I want Isak or Benjamin Sesko. I want Isak or Sesko. And if I don't get one of those two players as striker, I'm not going to be happy. To get this player, I don't mind. But as a winger, as I said, or a backup to a good striker, I don't mind. But this guy looks very good. I'm not even going to lie. He's very good. He's got, look at the pace on him. Look at the pace. Brilliant. Look at the skill. Brilliant. Another He's good. I'm not even gonna lie. And he's a France international, so it would be fitting for him to come to the Arsenal, because we know that Arsenal has a lot of French players and a lot of French-speaking players, even if they're not from France, the likes of Gabriel Magalhaes and more. So look at that, brilliant there, just cutting between a few players and getting the pass off. So this guy, he didn't actually get 22 goals. I believe he had 17 goals and 6 assists in 32 appearances so far. So brilliant there. So even though another brilliant finish, he's got a very good instinctive finishing. So far this guy looks good, man. Even though he didn't get over the 20 goal markers yet, it looks very good. There's still time for the season to do that. Another good finish there. To line up the player. Another good finish there. So yeah, it looks good. It looks good. I'm not gonna lie, it looks good. He left the ball there. That's definitely like Cody Gakpo. Cody Gakpo looks to do that a lot and then keeps losing the ball. Brilliant little touch there. Yeah, man, this guy reminds me of Cody Gakpo. Is his ball action in terms of his skills remind me of Neymar, some little tricks and flicks that I've seen do in a few clips. That's Neymar, but in terms of his overall play, this is Cody Gakpo. And to be fair, Arsenal went in for Cody Gakpo, I believe, before Liverpool got him. But once again, when we go in for a player, we're not 100% certain, especially if other teams are getting him, unless we really want that player, and that would be like Declan Rice, I should say, when City went in for him, and we actually got him. Those are the only times you're gonna get a player over other teams, especially big teams, is if we really want him. So do we really want this player? Not me, not the fans. I'm talking about on the board level. Do they really want a player like this? I don't know. Time will tell. But this guy looks good. And as I said, that it's a Cody Gakpo time. What would Liverpool be doing with another Cody Gakpo? Potentially they want two Cody Gakpos to play on either wings, right? Or potentially striker. I can't see that. I believe that Darwin Núñez is going to be the one they're going to rely on in the future as a striker. But this guy could play across the front three, and the same thing with Cody Gakpo. He could play across the front three as well. So it's not impossible to see that Liverpool is in for this guy, and as I said, Newcastle is in for him as well. But I believe that Arsenal should get him. I believe that we should get him. I believe that we should put a contract on the table, even though he's got a long-term contract at Frankfurt. I believe that we could get him, and we could basically turn him into the next Henry, or just have him on the wing, because we need, as I said, that Martinelli is a cut in it, Trossard is a cut in it in every single match. So we need someone. We've got Saka on the right wing, and we've got Ifeanyi coming in now. This guy can play across the front three. He can play as a striker. He can play on the left. So we need surplus in backup. We see this season so many players got injured. So many attackers got injured. Jesus got injured. Kai Havertz got injured. Saka's injured. Martinelli's injured. And then even Ifeanyi was out for a while as well. Ozil got injured. So we need backups. We need about 2-3 backups in each position right now, and for us to be safe, challenging for Premier League and Champions League. But as I said, that for me, this is a thumbs up for this player. This is a thumbs up for this player to go and get him to play either wing, supply either wing. Let's see how he progress, or a potential backup as a striker. Let's see how he progress. But I would personally go and get this guy. He's very good, but not over Isak, not over Sesko. Isak and Sesko should be our main priority. This guy should be a backup to these guys, right? Because Martinelli will be back, so it's not the fact that I'm saying that we need a player like this over Martinelli. We got Martinelli, but we need a striker more than how we need another winger. If I had a choice of a winger, I would get Nico Williams. But this guy don't look that far off, because he's only 22. I forgot to mention this guy's only 22, so he's not that far off in terms of quality and his age gap. He's not that far off from what Arteta is trying to build. So it's similar age group to Nico Williams. It's similar age group to most average players in the team. So yes, I will get Nico Williams, but this guy isn't far off from Nico Williams. So if we get this guy instead of Nico Williams, because Nico Williams' contract is a bit too complicated because of his wages, we know that he's got a release clause of a similar wage gap. We know that he's got a release clause in terms of a similar transfer, because this guy is valued at 41 million euro. Nico Williams is a similar release clause in his contract, but it will come down to wages. Is Nico Williams' wages going to be too high for the Arsenal? So number one winger on the left hand side would be Nico Williams. Number two will be this guy. I don't mind getting this guy. He looks very, very good to me, because he can play a striker as well. So that's potentially me edging him. He'll be edging him up. That could be the only thing that edges him above Nico Williams for me. The fact that he can play out across the front three, and we need someone that can play as a backup striker for the likes of Isak when we get him, because I believe we're going to get Isak or Sesko. So this guy would be adequate backup to them, or even potentially challenge them for that striker position, because he's very good. He's a very good striker of the ball. He's got a very good height. He's got very good balance. He's got very good control. Very good finisher. So he's got everything to be a striker. So let's see how it goes coming down to the transfer window. But that's the video, guys. I just want to keep you up to date with what's been mentioned. And this guy's the latest name being mentioned with the Arsenal in terms of a potential transfer. So thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Let me know your thoughts on this guy. Would you want Arsenal to get him? Would you want him to play on a wing or a striker? Would you rather this guy instead of Sesko? Because I know, and no one's going to say they would rather this guy than Isak, right? But do you rather this guy than a potential Benjamin Sesko? Let me know your thoughts in the comments box below. Catch you in the next one. Goodbye.